Hello YouTube, today we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United hotshot Autobot. I picked this guy up last week, but I just decided to do a video on him today because I feel like it made more sense to wait a week in between videos, and I'm going to have another one or two tomorrow, so on Sunday. So I just figured this would be a good time to put this review out. Now, this box I have him standing in as a backdrop is the cut-up Legacy Blitzwings packaging. I just thought it would make for a nice background. Anyways, let's get on to his package first. In terms of like him, his package is very small, but it looks good. It has a nice render of him on the front there in car mode. The Transformers logo, Legacy United, his name over here to the left, Hotshot. And then the back of the box is pretty standard. It's just Autobot mode, or Robot mode, car mode. The side has some very nice artwork of Beast Wars, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's Beast Wars. That's definitely Megatron's head, the T-Rex. But I don't know who this white robot is down here. But the box looks pretty good. It's very stylish, covered in artwork and nice renders. Anyways, I was looking at the box. His accessory inclusion is kind of interesting. Not the best thing ever, but interesting is the best word I can use to describe it. So he comes with one of these keys, which I don't know what line these originally came with, but I had some Transformers that had keys like this where you would put it into them, and it would like activate their weapons, like a missile launching gimmick, or flip out swords, or change parts of their armor, or something like that. And I would love to know what line this key came with. This doesn't actually do anything on him, but he has it, and it's a reference to that toy line, and I really want to remember the name of it. So if anybody knows the line that came with these keys that actually did stuff to the Transformers that they came with, put it in the comments below. Please, I would love to know the name of that line again. It's been years. But this key looks great. It's a very nice, deep cherry red almost, and is transparent. So yeah, you can see that sort of. It's transparent, you can see right through it. But it looks really cool. It doesn't actually do anything on him, though. And then his next accessory is a gun that I'm not really a big fan of. I don't like this very much. It looks neat with that transparent yellow, but it just doesn't look interesting enough. It's not my favorite weapon that I've seen come included with a Transformer. It's fine, it works, but it's just a really silly looking gun. And it, of course, plugs into his hand so he can hold it just fine. But the gun, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It looks neat, though. Stand-up hotshot, thank you. But, anyways, getting onto hotshot, he looks really pretty. My camera, looking at my phone, my camera is making the blues on his shoulders, forearms, and legs look way deeper and richer than they actually are in person. In person, these blues are they aren't this vibrant and dark. It's a very light baby blue almost. But it looks good. The reds on camera are all of his colors are way richer on my camera, so the color matching isn't really perfect. So his colors are much duller in person, just to keep that in mind. But they're not bad. They're still very vibrant. But aesthetically, I actually really like this guy. The shoulders, the chest, his legs look good. Aesthetically, he's really, really nice, honestly. I dig it. His back is just Kibble City. Just car mode parts all over. But it still looks good. It's very nice, and I like the usage of the sweeping lines and the shapes and all that. It's really pretty looking overall. He's kind of skinny, but that's expected. Aesthetically, though, I really like him. He looks very, very good. The paint is fine. I don't really have any problems on my copy. The paint is all very appropriately applied. Even these tiny little vent parts, the paint is perfectly applied. No No overpainting or overspray or anything like that. And the yellow decals on his calves look great too. And I'm not sure if that red in the center of his chest is painted, but it probably is, and it looks great too. His paint is very well applied. His sculpting is good. All of it. And his face as well is kind of hard to see, but his eyes are a very nice blue. His mouth and nose area and cheeks are silver, with a very nice gold cap on top of his head. His face looks nice, though, ultimately. Aesthetic rating on this dude, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's just really well done. It's not impressive, but it's well done and very, very well applied. Now, articulation is pretty good, honestly. So, like, before I get into articulation, though, this panel here on his back is supposed to snap down into his torso, but it really doesn't want to on my copy. Like, it just does not hold its connection very well. So that's supposed to lock the backpack into place, but it just doesn't function here on mine. Which kind of sucks, but whatever. So, articulation is pretty good, admittedly. His head can rotate from side to side all the way around. It's just the shoulders are in the way of my fingers. His head can rotate all the way around. He can look up decently far, and down, not at all, unfortunately. Looking up is actually not that bad. It's limited, but it's very much something you can work with. His shoulders can rotate forwards and backwards, full 360, if it wasn't for the backpack getting in the way. He can... Independently, his arms can only go out that far, not accounting for the shoulder. But if you want to take the shoulder, it can go out that far, but his head is in the way. He has a bicep rotation, which is a little bit loose, a single-jointed elbow, and he does have a wrist swivel. Now, I should say, you can take the car doors off of his arms if you want to. I'm just leaving them on for the video, but they can rotate just a little bit and have some movement to them. They're just pegged in. You can remove them. And he does have wrist rotation as well, just rotation at the wrists, no in and out or anything like that. He does have a very, very tight midsection rotation on my copy. His waist really doesn't want to move, but I'm kind of forcing it. Now, his legs can go straight out. Very good. He can kick way higher than horizontal, which is really good. And if I twist the backpack out of the way just a little bit, he can kick all the way backwards. And the splits are good too. He has a thigh rotation, single jointed knee, which bends a tiny hair bit better than 90. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't know it went that far. Okay, his knees bend way further than I thought they would. But yeah, you can see that line. The calf, or the thigh, goes into this groove here on the back, and it goes way further than I initially thought it did. Okay. His ankle can pivot inwards all the way, more for transformation. And his toe can bend upwards and into the foot itself, but again, that's more for transformation purposes. Articulation on him is pretty damn good. Like, you're getting, like, most of the mobility is out of his limbs, which isn't a bad thing entirely. He can move around quite a lot. I've gotten him into some decent poses, and they've all looked fine. Not half bad. So, articulation is pretty good, but not the best. Not impressive, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But ultimately, it's still pretty damn good. Now, his transformation is really good. His transformation is, like, unnecessarily good, in my opinion. So, I don't need the instructions for this one because it's so simple and I've done it a million times already. So, to start off, you turn his head around all the way, so his face is going towards his back. Then you flip the head down inside of his chest. You flip this panel inside the roof of the car. I'm going to do that next, or later on. You then push his shoulders up, and they snap in together. And I like to take the arms first, and actually no, you flip the backpack around so the window is facing up towards the front. And the thing I like to do is I like to peg his arms into the sides of his body first. So I don't know if you can see it, but that little peg right there, there's a hole in his forearm that it just slides into. It doesn't hold its connection the best, but it's still a necessity. Did I line the door up wrong? A little bit, yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, the doors are on. I messed it up. And then next, you open up his thigh, or calves, fold the feet in, collapse it back up, fold the foot in, collapse it back up, and then the next thing you do is shorten the legs, if it wants to go all the way. There we go. Then you close the panel, shorten the other leg. Oh, his arms, dude. Dude. Hot shot, please. Okay, collapse the legs, snap them together. It's a little finicky, but it works. Then you get that door in, make sure everything's lined up just right, which it really doesn't want to be. There we go. Alright, and that should be it. Yeah, it is. And then you can flip these wings out if you want to. I choose not to usually. But the car mode is fucking sick. It rocks really, really nicely. Now, the key goes in here into his back like that, and that fills in that hole, kind of, but it looks great. And his gun can peg here on the top, so it can become a turret, which it looks infinitely nicer here in car mode. It looks really good, actually. This is probably one of the better alt modes I've seen on these Legacy Evolution figures, that at least in promo shots and videos. The car mode aesthetically is great. The blue, the silver, the yellow, it all works really nicely, and the gray. And the bottom is really not that bad. If it weren't for the hands, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is a torso inherently. It kind of looks like an engine. Anyways, I mean, hell, I could turn the hands in so the back of the hands could be facing down. That would work way better. But the car mode's sick. This is an easy, 10 out of 10 for me. I like this alt mode a lot. The transparent window is fantastic. Even if it's kind of, gappy, because you can see right through it. So you see my finger right there. But it's not that bad, honestly. The car mode's really, really good. And it rolls just fine. No issues with that at all. I dig it. Car mode is like an easy 10 out of 10. Robot mode, 8 out of 10. This guy is pretty good in general. So, I like him a lot. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This guy's great. He's really good. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to me. I pretty much have videos weekly. So videos should be going up every Sunday at least. Anyways, hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace out, fellas.